Hey guys, I'm giving back here for the video. Guys, today we have an awesome video for you. Shout out to the Madden Mod community. Shout out to Kay on the Madden Mod community for posting this. He made the mod and he also made the roster for this mod. So we are taking the NFL back to 2007. Every team here is the 2007 version of that said team. Every single one. The only difference is, and we did this earlier with Patrick Mahomes, now we're doing it with Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson, back in 2007, the NFL has not seen a quarterback like him. A quarterback that can outrun people, put moves on people, right? Only quarterback we've seen in 2007 anywhere near him was Michael Vick. And now Lamarkable is going to be playing in this game. So let's see how he can do for the Baltimore Ravens in this said season. So now going into this game right here, as you guys can see, this is again 2007 roster. This is preseason, so some players are going to get cut before the regular season kicks off. But we do have Derek Mason, Mark Clayton, Devon Darling, okay, Todd Heap, Daniel Wilcox. We have Jonathan Ogden, we have Jason Brown, Mike Flynn, Marshall Yanda, Adam Terry, Trevor Price, and so on, and so on, and so on. And I did this with the other roster, with the Patrick Mahomes video. So I'm going to do it again. Just going through every team. I'm just going to go over the first initial players. Again, I'm not going to go as in-depth as, you know, like, for example, I will be with certain teams throughout this video. Whatever teams we play will be those said teams that I go through, like, the actual full depth chart of, right? So, this is just a quick, you know, glimpse. If you guys forgot about the 2007 roster and who's on each team, and you're wondering if your said team will be good with your said, you know, players. We had a lot of legends, okay? A crap ton of legends. Players that, you know, looking back... Sorry. Guinea pigs are chewing on something and it kind of confused the heck out of me. Looking back, I kind of miss a lot of these players. It was a different era of football as well. I mean, back 2007, you could hit players. You could do some crazy hits, and it was kind of just the way about football. Nowadays, players get thrown out of the game, penalized to great lengths, and yeah, it's a mess, right? It's different than it used to be. Could also celebrate back in the day. Crazy celebrations. Think about Chad Johnson with the Bengals is a good example of that. Also, yes, the Redskins are called the Redskins. I know they're the Commanders nowadays. I know a lot of actually Commanders fans want to change them back to the Redskins. But I think sponsors are not going to let them do it. So, it is what it is, man. You know, at the end of the day, if you don't like the fact that it's called that, then just skip past this video because they're going to be shown in this video. So, apologize for that said reason. But, let's get right into it. Alright, so those are the rosters we have for this video, okay? Again, like I said, shout out to Madden Mod community. Shout out to Kay for going and posting them. But let's see how we can do in the regular season with this said team, guys. One sec. Alright, so taking a look at this, he also went ahead and fixed the schedules. So this is the realistic schedule from 2007 and the teams they played. Now, here's the problem, right? There's 18 weeks in Madden. 2007, there was only 17 weeks. So he gave everyone a bye week on week 18. So you can see, like, for example, I can't even go to week 18. Week 18, everyone gets a bye week. So, when we get there, you're going to see it says bye week because there is no actual week 18 in football in 2007. So, yeah. Did a great job, by the way. I can't stress enough how good of a job Kay did here. But let's get started, guys. I forgot to fix the depth chart to put Lamar Jackson as my starter. So, I'm going to have to do that once I get in this game, but... You're going to see Steve McNair, R.I.P. Steve McNair, is our starting quarterback. But we're going to put in Lamar Jackson once we get in here. What uniforms are these? These are, Not your typical, I've never seen the Cincinnati Bengals rock these unis, I'll be honest with you. But there we go. Now I'll go put Lamar Jackson in. So here is your Cincinnati Bengals. Carson Palmer, Rudy Johnson. You have Chad Johnson, TJ Houshmandzadeh, Chris Henry, RIP. You have Doug Jolie. Okay. Andrew Whitworth. Okay. Decent squadron. Not the greatest, but definitely okay. Alright, so this very weird costume choice, I will say. Let's see how good Lamar Jackson can do back in 2007. Okay, first game, man, he's struggling a tad bit. I'll say that. He's definitely struggling a tad bit. Doesn't have Todd Monken and all the weapons he has nowadays. But you know what? First game of his career, and he gets a W. 237 yards, 1 touchdown for Lamar. Okay. Not bad. Serviceable. I'll be honest, though. I don't know if that's going to be able to win him many games, though. If he keeps playing like that, where he barely got past the Bengals. The Bengals were not good in 2007. That's not a good roster he was playing against. So, if he's barely squeaking out wins versus the Bengals, this might be a long freaking season. Now, speaking about the Ravens in 2007, I'm going to pull up their schedule real fast to see how good of a team they actually were. So, let me see. 2007 schedule. And here we go. So, 2007 schedule. In the first game, they lost to the Bengals. 27-20. By the way, in 2007, the Ravens went 5-11 under Steve McNair. So, yeah. Realistically speaking, you know, that means that Lamar already has one of their 5 wins for the season. But they went 5-11. They lost the first game, and then won the next 2 against the Jets and Arizona. So, in real life, the Ravens actually won this Jets game. So, it's very possible that Lamar Jackson could take this Ravens squad to a victory. And so far, 7-0. 10-0. Okay. Very good defense, it looks like, for the Ravens so far this game, as they are completely shutting down this Jets offense in every way possible and get another win. So 2 wins now. Again, keep in mind, 5 wins. 5 wins that season, and Lamar already has 2 of the 5 that they got that said season. Alright, so another game that they did go ahead and win is this Arizona game. Again, like I said, it is M&T Bank Stadium. In real life, they won this game 26-23. So it was a late Matt Sover field goal win type of game, which against Kurt Warner does not surprise me. Let's be honest. This does not surprise me at all. Kurt Warner was pretty damn good with this Arizona Cardinals roster. I believe they have Larry Fitz, and I also believe they have Anquan Boldin, who would later join the Baltimore Ravens. They had Ed Gearin James. They had Larry Fitz. They had Anquan, again, who would later join the Baltimore Ravens. This was early in Anquan's career. So he was an absolute superstar for them. Even though the rest of the squad looks kind of mid. Nothing too crazy special. But let's just see how good Lamarcable can do against Arizona, where in real life they did go ahead and win this game. So 14-0 already. 17-0. I'll be interested to see if Lamar does better than Mahomes did with my Mahomes video. All right. 38-7. 38-14. And there you go. 38-14. So not as close as it was in real life, but 1 touchdown, 224 yards through the air. Lamar did have 55 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns on the ground. 3 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson in that game. So Lamar is already 3-0. So he's won 3 of the 5 games that they won in real life already. Now they got to play Cleveland, though. And this is going to be a tough game. In real life, they lost this game 27-13. So this was one of those games where the Ravens simply could not overcome the Browns. we'll see how it goes here. This one is, of course, in Cleveland, Ohio, so in their house, in the dog pound. But listen, sometimes in life, when life gives you lemons, you make a lemonade. And a 4-0 record would look really good for Lamar Jackson here. And he's starting off already. Oh, I didn't look at the roster, my bad. Let me look at the Browns roster. Forgot to look at the Browns roster here. Derek Anderson, Jamal Lewis, who used to be a Raven, so this was after Jamal Lewis. I think he left the Ravens in 2004. He was on the Super Bowl roster, and then he left. Then the Ravens went ahead and picked up Willis McGahee. They also got, what's the guy's name? Lon McClain. Eventually got Vontae Leach. A bunch of other guys. And in the third quarter here, the Browns tie it up. So keeping this game very close. The Ravens missed an extra point with Stover, but the Browns are not able to overcome it. And the Ravens go 4-0 to start off this year. 3 touchdowns, 216 yards, and 115 yards for Willis McGahee. And, of course, Lamar, 39 yards on the ground. San Francisco 49ers. Apologize, guys. My voice just went out there. Ravens are 5-0 in this franchise, man. Lamar Jackson is, he's getting the job done. I gotta give him props here. So, in real life, the Ravens beat the Niners 9-7. Talk about a freaking game. 9-7. They have Alex Smith. How bad is this roster that they could only score 7 points in the game? It's not that bad. I mean, it's not the greatest. And with how this franchise is going so far with Lamar Jackson, yeah, maybe this might be. Whoa, hold up. Nah, this okay. I was about to say the Ravens better score another touchdown. This better not end up being a 9-7 game, but no, it. Definitely not. Ravens won pretty handily in the end there. For a little bit of time, it looked like it might be a close game, but 2 touchdowns, 339 yards for Lamar Jackson. Rushing-wise, 35 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Lamar is eating on the ground, man. All right. St. Louis Rams. Holy crap, man. That's way back in the day. So, this is a game where the Ravens actually won 22-3. Ravens are already 5-0 in this franchise, which ties the record that they won in this season in real life with 5-11. So they're already just as good as they were in real life. Mark Bolger is their quarterback. He would actually later on down the line back up Joe Flacco. So interestingly enough, later in his career, he's going to back up Joe Flacco for the Ravens. So he's actually going to join the Ravens in a couple years in this franchise, it would be. Interesting story there. 7-7, okay. Ooh, Ravens might have their hands, might be matched here. Maybe a little bit, not really. Okay, okay. Kickoff, punt, return, it looked like. Ravens now up 7 points, fourth quarter, and they barely squeak out a victory. So they get a W, but barely. And it looks like Lon McClain, the fullback, threw a pass? Wait, what? How did he throw a pass? I'm so confused right now because I didn't know you could throw passes in fullbacks in Madden. 96 yards and a touchdown, 150 yards and 2 touchdowns for Lamar Jackson. Damn. Right before their bye week, Baltimore takes on the Buffalo Bills in Bills Stadium. All right, let's get it, boys. Let's get it. Lamarkable Lamar Jackson. I'm interested to see how this goes, man. All right, so Bills depth chart. J.P. Lossman, okay. Interesting. Jason Peters, he was on Buffalo at one point. Kyle Allen, kind of miss him low-key, to be honest. Again, this is right before their bye week, guys, so let's see how good Lamarkable can finish off the first part of this season. He's 6-0 currently. Can the Bills take out the Ravens? Oh, the Ravens can't score. The Ravens are not able... Okay, they finally score. And remarkable, he scores in the final minutes of the game to win and go 7-0. That was the final seconds of the game. He scores to win that game. Well, there's a reason why this guy might be MVP this year. He just scores with the final seconds to take that win. Wow. All right, here we go, boys. Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is when the Ravens lose every single game. Sorry, guys. My OBS random crash. They do actually win one more game this season after this game. And that's actually against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 18. But they do... Week 17, sorry. They do actually lose this game, though. And in this franchise, this team is finding ways to get the job done in any way necessary. So, I don't know, man. That offense against Buffalo, though, was squeaking out a win. And so far, man, this game is so AFC North football. Where at the very end, it's like the Ravens just absolutely blow them out. But that game, the whole entire game was very, very close. Lamar Jackson, 219, 2 touchdowns. I think that's his first interception of the season. That might be his first interception of the season that came in week, 9? That's insane. Alright, so for the rest of these games, I'm just going to sim them from here. Because we went through literally 9 weeks inside, and I just kind of want to sim the rest here. Okay, that's pretty much how I want to do it. I don't know why. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stats from so far this season. So we are now in week 10. Lamar Jackson had 14 touchdowns, 1 interception, 17, almost 1,800 yards. Willis McGahee has almost 1,000 yards. And how many rushing yards does Lamar have? 417. Definitely going to be the most out of any running quarterback of this era right now. There's no way any other quarterback of this era has anywhere close to how much Lamar Jackson has. Alright, so MVP race. Currently, Lamar Jackson is number 2 behind Tom Brady. That's really not that surprising, for being honest here. Okay, so I'm just going to send the rest of the games from here because it's the same concept, to be honest. We've already seen the Bengals roster, for example. We've already seen the Browns roster. And so let's just sim them from here. We went 38-7. Okay, another game. Brownies football here. Okay, 10-0 Ravens. Man, 10-0 from a 5-11 in real life to a 10-0 in this game is insane. And there's another one, 12-0. Patrick Mahomes did good. Not this damn good. He didn't do this good. Like, he did good, but not this good. Are they going to go undefeated? No way. There is no way. The last week, the Steelers, they went 16-0 under Lamar Jackson. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. I have not seen 16-0 in Madden in a very long time. And with Patrick Mahomes, they couldn't go 16-0. You gotta be... I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, bro. What? I mean, these games aren't like dominant wins. But still, like, 16-0. Okay. Lamar, you're pretty damn remarkable. 22 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Willis McGahee and Lamar had 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns in this season. Yeah, he had one heck of a season, man. I mean, not better, like, actually quarterback numbers than every other quarterback. But when you combine everything together, yeah, pretty damn good. Like, compared to these guys, not even close, like, just quarterback comparison. And that's why Romo did go ahead and win the MVP. But when you add in the rushing yards and the passing yards, Lamar Jackson is truly remarkable. They're the third-ranked offense and the first-ranked defense. 16-0. So as you can see, everyone has a bye week, week 18. Well, the Ravens also have a bye week in the playoffs because, yeah, they went 16-0, man. That's, wow. So, playoff picture, number 2 seed was the Titans. Number 3 seed was the Patriots. 4 seed was the San Diego Chargers. 5 seed was the Jacksonville Jaguars. 6 seed was the Chiefs. 7 seed was the Steelers. NFC-wise, Cowboys was number 1. Number 2 was, in fact, the Seahawks. Number 3, Packers. Number 4, Bucks. Number 5 was the Eagles. Number 6 was the Vikings. And number 7 was the Saints. I am still amazed. That happened like that. 16 and... One player took this team and took them to a 16-0 record. Okay. All right. Props where props are due, man. So the team that the Ravens season swept in the regular season, now they get to play them in the playoffs. Funny is, 2007 was also the year the Patriots went undefeated. And in this 16-0 run, the Ravens actually beat the Patriots, who were 9-2. So they took care of the Patriots, and now they're in overtime, and the Ravens barely squeaked out a victory on Pittsburgh. This was a very close game with Big Ben and Lamar Jackson. That was a lot closer than I think a lot of people would want it to be. Holy crap. Pittsburgh gave a game for the ages. Like, they were like, we don't care that this team is 16-0. We're about to knock Lamar Jackson back to 2024. Okay, I mean, hey, listen. Good game, Pittsburgh. It felt a little short, but took literally almost 2 overtimes to get that game done with. All right, here we go. New England, the team that in real life was 12-4. Ironically enough, in the Patriots 17-0 run, they actually did go ahead and they almost lost to Baltimore. Ironically enough, so this was a team that actually almost ended their undefeated record if it wasn't for the final seconds they lost. So there was a chance the Ravens in real life could have stopped the undefeated Patriots. And now they got to do it today in the AFC Championship game. And so far, not going so well for the Patriots, as the Ravens have dominated them in Baltimore and are now walking their way to a Super Bowl and a still undefeated season. I was not expecting this. Like, from Patrick Mahomes, I was kind of expecting it. I'll be honest with you. I was not expecting this from Lamar Jackson. Like, Lamar is... He is like the most dominant person in the league right now in this 2007 franchise. All right, Super Bowl. I mean, yeah. I don't know what else to say at this point. Like, this is mind-boggling. All right, 15-1 Cowboys with the MVP of the league. See, this is Super Bowl people would want to watch. The MVP of the league versus this runner-up MVP in the Super Bowl. Cowboys 15-1, Ravens 16-0. And the only reason why the Cowboys are 15-1 is because the Ravens beat them head-to-head, which knocked out their perfect season. The Ravens would have lost that game, then right now, the Cowboys would be 16-0. So the team that destroyed their perfect season, the only team, is now playing them head-to-head. That right there is a storyline people want to see. The best 2 quarterbacks in the league, head-to-head. There's remarkable. 2007, remarkable here. All right, let's get it, boys. Cowboys, who do they have? Thank you for asking. They got Tony Romo, Marion Barber, T.O., Terry Glenn, Patrick Clayton, Jason Witten, a great offensive line, amazing offensive line, and, of course, Leonard Davis, Marcus Spears, Chris Canty, Ted Washington, D. Ware, in his prime, I mind you, second year in the league, D. Ware, Roy Williams, Ken Hamlin, and Terrence Newman back when he was a superstar. Yeah. They had themselves a star-studded roster. And the Ravens, for the most part, really only have Lamar Jackson. I know they have Willis McGahee, but still, Lamar is the big guy here. And Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and, you know, all the rest. All right, here we go. Can Lamar do it? Continue the perfect season. And they can't. He will fall short to the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. And just like the Patriots, he will not complete the perfect season. He will fall one game short. That is crazy. Wow. That's... To go undefeated and win a Super Bowl is the most craziest thing to do in Madden. Period. And Lamar was 3 points away from doing it. I mean, listen. They have Stover, right? They don't have, like, Justin Tucker. So they would have gotten the field goal range. I love Stover, but Stover was... And he was automatic within 45 yards. He could not kick over 45 yards. He could, but he was wildly inaccurate over 45 yards. I don't know if he would have made a game-winning field goal in this game. But, man, 199 yards and a touchdown. But that's not... Romo, 4 touchdowns, man. 4. Lamar had 2 touchdowns on the ground. And Mike Anderson had a touchdown. But when you have your quarterback getting 4 touchdowns, you can't beat it. You can't beat it, man. Ravens defense got 0 sacks in that game, 0 interceptions. The Ravens defense, for the most part, really could not do anything. That's crazy. Well, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I can't believe this fell short like this. You know what we're going to do, though, before we end off this video? We got to do this video, go through this video off in style. Let's go to import local draft class, 2008. And let's go ahead and draft ourselves a 2008 roster. Oh, let's see how the draft class goes for 2008, okay? I'll be right back, guys. Alright, boys, it's draft time. Let's see who goes number 1 overall in this 2008 NFL draft. First pick, Jake Long from Michigan to the Chicago Bears. Second pick is Chris Long from Virginia to the Arizona Cardinals. 49ers, Glenn Dorsey, D-tackle, LSU. Okay, Cedric Ellis, D-tackle, USC, goes to the Broncos. The Jets take Matt Ryan. Ironically enough, it's the second franchise where they took Matt Ryan. Okay, we have Donnie Avery going to the Raiders. Bills go with Gerard Mayo. Keith Rivers to the Texans. Dolphins go DRC. Falcons go Devin Thomas. Golston goes to the Rams. Cardinals go Aqib Talib. Lions go McKelvin. Brian Johnson to the Bears. Giants go Darren McFadden, who actually ended up being a Cowboy. Antonio Cason to the Redskins. Bengals go Gazer Cholias, believe his name is. Joe Flacco to the Colts. Interesting. Ryan Clady to the Chiefs. Curtis Lofton to the Bucks. Okay. Lawrence Jackson to the Vikings. Tracy Porter Sr. go to the Jags. Derek Harvey goes to the Titans. DeJuan Brown goes to the Seahawks. Ballmer goes to the Saints. Chris Johnson, CJ2K, goes to the Steelers. Deshaun Jackson goes to the Eagles. That's real life. Calais Campbell to the Chargers. Brandon Albert to the Packers. Jonathan Stewart to the Patriots. Brandon Flowers goes to the Ravens. Jordy Nelson to the Cowboys. It's the second franchise where they took him. Matt Forte to the Bears. Texans got Kenny Phillips. John Carson to the 49ers. We have Chad Henne going to the Saints. Trevor Lawrence goes to the Packers. Quentin Groves go to there. Dustin Keller. We have Jason Jones. Felix Jones. Okay. Jerome Simpson. Jamal Charles goes to the Cardinals. Ray Rice to the Lions. Martellus Bennett to the Panthers. Chris Williams to the Giants. Jordan Dyson to the Redskins. Bengals go Pat Sims. Eddie Royale to the Colts. Sam Baker to the Chiefs. Jacob Hester to the Bucks. Dan Connor to the Vikings. Tyrell Johnson to the Jags. Philip Merling to the Titans. Seahawks got Chris Ellis. Mike Jenkins to the Eagles. Jeremy Zuta to the Steelers. He actually went to the Ravens in real life. Jeff Ota to the Eagles. Rashad Mendenhall to the Chargers. Mike Pollock to the Packers. Tom Zipikowski to the Patriots. Ravens go Kevin Smith. Andre, however you say his last name. Who's still on the board? Okay. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.